What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, let's get to it. All right, you guys. So, the current WBA heavyweight rankings has been released, and the former WBC American heavyweight champion, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, has been moved up to number one in their current ranking system, with Martin Bacol at number two and Anthony AJ Joshua at number three. Now, this is really interesting for the sport of boxing, seeing as how the undisputed heavyweight championship that was supposed to take place April 29th between current unified heavyweight champion, former undisputed cruiserweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, and the current WBC lineal heavyweight champion, former unified heavyweight champion Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Those fight negotiations fell through. Tyson Fury stated that if that fight didn't go through, he would look at options of fighting Joe Joyce, and he also entertained the possibility of a fourth fight with Deontay Wilder, but we know that probably will not happen. The Joe Joyce fight will be something that will be more likely, but it won't take place this April, seeing as how Joe Joyce is already locked into a fight with Zhang Zhili on April 15th. Deontay Wilder stated that he's been out of the ring a little too long. We know that the WBC mandated a fight, final eliminator fight with him and Andy the Destroyer Ruiz, and that fight negotiations fell through as well on both sides, with Andy Ruiz leaving one promotional team and Deontay Wilder stepping away from the table due to money issues and money not being there. So it makes it kind of interesting now because the WBA, they did mandate Oleksandr Usyk that if the fight with Tyson Fury did not get made, that he would be ordered to face the current WBA regular heavyweight champion and Daniel Dubois, or be stripped of his title. Now, we all know Daniel Dubois, he in his last fight, I forget the guy's name, he didn't look great in that fight. He was dropped 3 times in the first round. He seemed a little off balance. His jabs and his hooks were real short. He just seemed a little off. He seemed a little off balance. His fight before that, he came out, he looked real good. He looked real dominant. And the fight before that is the fight that he lost to Joe Joyce. He had suffered a broken orbital bone. Now, currently, we do know that Daniel Dubois, he did suffer, I believe it was an ACL injury. He had surgery, and it's looking like everything is good to go from that surgery. Now, if the fight with Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk does get made and is going to take place, it'll probably take place sometime this summer. But if not, if forbid anything happens with his injury that kind of pushes it back, let's see if the WBA will put Deontay Wilder in his place to fight for the unified heavyweight title, which will be a good deal, because we know that Deontay Wilder, he's pretty much ranked no less than top 5 in all the sanctioning bodies. He should be, at least, and we know he probably wouldn't turn down another fight with Tyson Fury if he was to become unified and go after undisputed. Now, one thing I want to back up on is when I said that Anthony Joshua was ranked number 3. Anthony Joshua was coming off of a win over Jermaine Franklin. It wasn't the best outing. It wasn't the best look of a fight. He was stiff. He was timid at times. You can tell whenever Jermaine Franklin started to let his hands go. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, excuse me, he started to kind of shell up a little bit, backing up on a straight line instead of, using his athletic ability. He just didn't seem like he was trying to be as dominant as he should be. Although, this was his first fight with the current reigning trainer of the year, Derek James. They can get another training camp under their belt. He should be okay. Eddie Hearn said that going into a fight with Tyson Fury would not be the smartest choice for his career, but it would be a good business choice for his career. Me personally, I think that'll be the exact same thing. A bad career choice, but a great business choice, because we know that'll be an all London showdown and it'll sell out from miles and miles away. But what I'm getting at is that the WBA, they could possibly mix up things, and try to order Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, in their rankings, to do like a eliminator situation, kind of how the WBC does for their ranking system. So that would be a fight that everybody wants to see. I don't know if it'll be a good fight as well for Anthony Joshua to take, seeing as how he just still doesn't look like himself even after the Andy Ruiz first fight, which saw him get stopped in the 7th round. So let's just see how this goes, and if they make that fight happen above all else. The fight that they were talking about was a second fight between Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. Now, going into that fight, I do believe he should be able to stop Dillian White possibly again, but it'll probably take at least 11 or 12 rounds to get the stoppage if he continues to fight so timid and not put his foot down on the gas and go for it. I believe that Dillian White, he's kind of at a point where in his career where he's not really putting forth the effort to take care of his body. If you go back and look at his last fight with Jermaine Franklin, he arguably lost that fight, or that fight was arguably a draw. He just didn't look the best. He didn't look like he was in the best shape. I know he's a heavyweight, but there's still some fitness that you have to be a heavyweight. He just didn't look himself in that. He didn't look too great in that fight. But that's all I got for you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe button, share button. Follow me on Instagram at All Sports Media TV. Follow me on my other Instagram at KJ_09. Make sure you like and share these videos. Make sure you tune in, because I got some more stuff coming for you guys. Peace.